And once again, we are keeping it safer with Schaefer, John Schaefer, that is. Good to see you again. All right, let's talk about insuring your boat.
That's right. Guess what? We have our life jackets on today.
That insures me.
That's right. We want to make sure you're protected, just like I want to protect you like this life jacket.
All right.
So, Beyond the Dock, boat insurance explained for Missouri boat owners. So, we're going to talk about that today, which is great because it's going to be Memorial Day weekend coming up.
Yeah, people are getting their boats, or it's a good time to look at insurance.
Oh man, I tell you what, I had my boat out the other day and had it all de-winterized and getting it ready for the summer. So
I would think there's nothing worse than a one and done boat.
That's right, right. So boat insurance basics. We're going to talk about your hull damage, your engine, your lower unit, your personal property, gear. If you're a fisherman, you got your fishing poles, rods. Also, your towing, roadside assistance, all that stuff.
There's a lot involved. Okay, then let me ask the question. Do you really need boat insurance?
Well, yeah. I mean, so it's required at marinas for sure, or lenders, in the state of Missouri. You want to have insurance on your boat because there could be boating accidents. You could be held liable. We're going to talk about that. You could hit a dock, So anyway, or you could hit a stump, So you want to make sure your lower unit's covered.
Or something can happen.
Yeah.
You're not even there necessarily.
Right, yeah. So especially with all the wakeboard boats, bass tournaments, fishing boats, you got liability claims, medical payments, legal exposures. You never know. If you crash into a boat or a jet ski crashes into you, people get hurt, you're either liable for it or they could be liable for it. So you want to make sure you're protected. And that's what we're going to talk about.
All right.
I really dissect all your insurance and make sure that you're fully covered. So boat insurance savings, we can bundle your home, bundle your auto with that boat. We do e-bikes, ATVs, golf carts, all that stuff. So flexible packages, you could pay in full on your boat insurance, as well as your auto insurance, versus monthly. If you pay in full, you get a bigger discount, especially on boats. So it kind of helps save you some money.
Can you, let me ask, can you pick and choose? It's like, okay, I just want to cover liability on my boat. Can you do things?
Yeah, so you
tailor a package?
We could tailor it for you. One thing I always recommend, especially with I call it, as far as the towing aspect of it, you break down. Progressive has an awesome app that I write for. It comes right there on your phone. You could hit it. It's got GPS location. Sends a signal to Sea-Tow or whatever towing company's on the lake. They'll come out and get you. So just right there on your app, the GPS coordinates.
A little bit of extra insurance.
That's right. So we want to make sure, especially storm damage. I know I was on the lake one day. High winds were coming up. They told everybody to get off the lake. Sometimes you don't hear it. We made it back to the condo, and I was watching the lake, and there was it was a pontoon boat trying to make it in.
Yeah.
The waves were bouncing. They got it docked, but also it hit the side of the dock. I've seen on Facebook, people, when they're trying to load in the trailer, they were hitting the rocks and beaching it. So you want to make sure your boat's protected. You've invested a lot of money in that boat, and you want to make sure that you secure that and keep that so that way, in case there's something happens, you can get that boat fixed or maybe totaled out.
So all of those things that that you mentioned that you look for insurance, now really is a good time to, if you aren't insured, now is a good time to look because people are getting out on the lakes again.
So one thing I want to take into consideration is, especially these marinas, you want to check the marina and how much liability you need. I know with Port of Kimbling, it's a $1 million liability. I keep my boat at Indian Point at marina. It's they require $500,000. You want to make sure that your boat's covered. These marinas, though, they want you in case you burn down someone's boat, especially like with lithium batteries. So
so you don't even have to be there, and you can have damage can occur.
If Tom burns down my bass boat, I want to make sure that Tom pays for it. So
that's only fair.
That's right. So if you're going to get on the lake this year, give me a call, especially before the holiday. Let's go through your boat policy and see if you're protected or not. Fishing boats is a big thing. You want to make sure that electronics are super expensive now. $3,000, $7,000, $10,000 for your electronics. That's added in your boat's total value. So we want to make sure that if you got a boat that's $20,000 boat and you've got $5,000 of electronics, we want to insure it for $25,000.
Sure, you want to make sure you cover everything. Absolutely. If people want to be able to talk to you, and go through all these things, and maybe say, hey, I'll take what he has, kind of thing.
That's right. So
How do they do it?
grab your Zepco reel and you throw that line out. Man, I'll catch it. Or you can just call me. It'd be easier.
Yeah.
So just pick up your phone. You can call me at 417-766-4689. Grab that flip phone. Scan that QR code that's on the screen there. That's a direct link to me. We can get you a quote going and get you ready to be on the lake.
Yeah, because it's all about keeping it safer with Schaefer.